first of all, I like to start off with a G3. I'll break that down one of these days, but it was an amazing game, and I couldn't be more proud of this football team and the way they handled the adversity of the last, I don't know, you guys tell me, 5 to 6 weeks, and just unbelievable faith without evidence that they could do these things that they're doing. We're not done. Hopefully we're not finished, but wow. I mean, for what the super seniors have done for us and where we are in the youth movement, I couldn't be more prouder or more excited about being around this football team. I don't know what else to say, so I'll just kind of stop right there because I don't want to be rambling, but just really doggone proud of their effort tonight.
Questions? We'll start right in front of Stephen and Christian.
Hey, Dino, you had to know they were going to try and stop the run, and obviously you were intent on trying to run the ball. What led you to stick with that, and is it just kind of the nature of going against a stacked box? You know if you hit one, it's going to go for a lot because there's no one back there?
You know, we really wanted to, you know, they had got a couple in a row on us, and this is a rivalry game, and you know, we threw some balls in there. We attempted some balls, but we really wanted to run the football, and we really wanted to be physical. And then we had a bunch of cats down. When you look at the starting lineup, it was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. But those backups, they were like, we can do this, coach, have faith. And I'm like, okay. Now, it was 0-0 at halftime, and they were really pressing me. But they came out in the third quarter, and woe be unto thee. You know, woe be unto thee. It was, they were a sight to see.
I think you only threw the ball once in the second half.
I'm not sure, but when the ball's moving, I don't know what was the punt return was big, the Schrader run was big, the Tucker run was big. Those were like deep passes, except you don't get to see the ball in the air. It's tucked underneath their arm the whole time. So we're really excited with the results.
Dino, how important was this game for Kingsley, not just for himself, but for the team as a whole?
You know, I think the world of Kingsley. I can still remember him sitting in my office and talking about whether he was going to come back or not. And, you know, it wasn't settled once he left. And, he, you know, he had to contact a lot of people that he trusts besides people in the family. And he finally decided to come back. And I told him it was going to be, I said, you're not quite sure, but I'm telling you right now it's going to be the best thing for you. It's not even going to be close. So when Kingsley's like the governor or the president or something like that, or the mayor, sorry, Mr. Walsh or whoever won the mayor thing, but it's gonna be something because there's big things for Kingsley. He's just not average. So we've got to wait and see what he's going to do in life.
Coach, all the way back, center. Here we go. Yep.
That Mark.
That's me. You talked about it in your opening statement about kind of the adversity, and after playing so many close games and playing 8 weeks in a row, in the first half, your team looked just kind of spent, and actually the fans seemed kind of spent too. And then Tucker breaks that run. How much did that kind of ignite everything?
Well, I think there's no doubt it ignited it. I think back to the defense being able to keep those touchdowns off the boards and keeping them to field goals and keeping us within reach, within hope of one quick strike, you know, whether it goes through the air, whether it goes on the ground. And I think we have, you know, people that are capable of doing it. It's just that, you know, Tucker and Schrader does it a lot more than other people. But, I mean, as soon as he hit that crease and he went past linebacker depth, it was just a matter of like, okay, well, how fast are their DBs on the back end? And I'm not sure if I've seen him get caught, but I know he doesn't get caught a lot.
Does he continue to just amaze you with the things he does week after week?
You know, that was practice like what he did today. He's done that a lot in practice. You know, I told you what moved me. That the play Wake Forest moved me. That was something different. But I've seen him do that. Not to take away from it, but I've seen him do that before.
Mark and then Tommy back.
Coach, Mark talked about the adversity in the first half. What was going on with the offense in the first half? 3 false starts and really not able to move the
It was
ball.
very, very simple. They were making move calls, and we hadn't practiced move calls because we didn't see move calls on the tape. It was almost like, maybe they've been doing it all year, but we didn't see it. We didn't practice it, and then, right when our quarterback is about to move, you jumped. That's 5 yards. And that's all it takes. And the thing about being at home is that they can actually hear it because you don't want your fans to make noise when you got the ball. And our fans are really experienced and they do a great job. They make noise when the other people have the ball. So, they can hear it. They make the move call, and we had some veteran guys jump. Now, there's also some rules against that, but I'm not going to talk about all that because I don't want to get fined. You're okay.
Hey, Coach, first off, did it feel good to get that out?
That move call?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned about how banged up the team is right now, and so to see a guy like Courtney Jackson come in for Trevor Payne on special teams and get it done today, what did you think of Courtney?
It was interesting because Trevor's really good. And then you're going, a couple of punts early, and like, oh man, if that was Trevor, oh man, not me, but I can hear the fans, Babers gonna close, but when he caught that thing and he stepped up, and then I actually thought he cut the wrong way. I'm like, why is he cutting that way? But sure enough, he broke back behind the deal, and he actually went to where the punter and the punter and somebody else was. And I'm like, those are definitely the guys that you want to beat on the last two for a long touchdown, and did. And wow, I mean, what a momentum swing. Watch this, it's hard to lose a football game when you score a touchdown if you score a touchdown on a punt block or you score a touchdown on a punt return for a touchdown, go back and hit the analytics on how many times you lose that game, because I'll show you the flip side of that as a coach, 35 years, who probably doesn't know anything about analytics. You can return a kickoff return for a touchdown, and you'd be surprised how many times you lose that game. Kickoff return, touchdown, woo, we're great. How many times you lose that game compared to a punt return or a block punt. When you have a punt return or a block punt, the numbers flip amazingly for momentum swings. And I know, Steven, you'll do it. Let me know, because I think the numbers are drastic. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Coach, can you just talk about what you saw from the defensive line after giving up 36 points and a lot of rushing yards last week and coming back today with the big game?
Well, they were determined. I think it goes, I don't like to use certain words, but they had a chip on their shoulder. I mean, these weren't like freshmen and sophomores on the D-line. These are some guys that have been here a while, and they've seen this rivalry for a while, and they've had an opportunity to taste it. And you're talking about 4 seniors this is their last go-around. There's no double COVID, so this is it. And I think they just wanted to make sure that not only that they shut down the run against BC, but they came out with a win.
Coach, Stephon Thompson's played some really good football recently. What do you think has helped him improve so much this year from last year?
His work ethic. He hangs with the right guys. I mean, Stephon, he's always with McHale, Garrett. Those guys take their jobs so seriously. And it's not that the other guys don't, but they're always around. They're always challenging each other. And watch this. They're always telling the truth. Da-da-da-da-da. And they're like, no, you weren't. That's not full speed. I mean, they're always telling each other the truth, and they care so much about each other that they hold each other accountable. So it doesn't surprise me what he's doing, because he runs around with a special group.
So we're about to hit November here, and this is a time of year where...
Is Nate cool or what? I mean, look at him. He's got the blue socks. He's got the green pants. I mean, look at him. He's got the turtleneck. I'm sorry, Nate. I like you. Okay, go ahead. Okay, I apologize. Go ahead.
It's a time of year where bodies are sore, guys are banged up. last week you did it without two of your linemen. This week you did it without a lineman and maybe your best blocker and your key chess piece or utility guy with Elmore. Do you think you're equipped to surge in November and take it to some people in the back half here?
We need to get healthy, and that's what a bye week is for. I don't know what the latest bye week is in the history of blah, 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 but, we're probably 4th or 5th from the last. We got it, and the key thing about a bye week is don't lose the bye week. And the way you don't lose the bye week is you get into the next game with people more healthier than they've ever been. And that's my job, to make sure that these guys come back healthier than they've been. Now, we're not going to get everybody back. And no, I'm not going to tell you who we're not going to get back. But we will get back, and we'll be healthier, and we'll be better for it.
Last question, DeRocha.
Coach, you touched on the false starts, but in terms of the offensive line, it looked like there were some missed blocking assignments in the first half. I guess, what did you guys clean up, and what did you say at halftime to sort of make that adjustment?
Well, the offensive coaches made the most of those adjustments at halftime. I talked to the coaches will talk to the players. But we had guys playing different positions, and then they were doing some things they had not done before. So we're making sideline adjustments instead of stuff that was done in practice. Now, normally that's easy. You can go this or go that, and the guy, okay, I got it. But when you got a guy playing a different position than he's ever played, it normally takes a while, or they have to see it once or twice, muscle memory, before they can make the adjustment, so to speak. But you talk about halftime adjustments. Okay, from the first and second quarter to the third quarter, there were some guys, there were some players, and there were some coaches making some adjustments, and I'm doggone glad they did.
All right, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.